Hello fellow followers, 9 complete chapters of genealogy, lists of mighty warriors, lists of Levites, lists of temple musicians. Okay, this book is pretty boring. But no, don't go anywhere. I promise it's more interesting when you understand it. It's time for the Book of 1 Chronicles. Like a complete glare over there, isn't there? They can't see anything. I'll see if I can fix that. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah? I think so. Okay, good. Let's get on with it. 1 and 2 Chronicles is a parallel account of the stories of 1 and 2 Samuel and 1 and 2 Kings. But if you want to understand it and how amazing it is, then you have to understand what was going on at the time it was written. Who wrote it? Why? What was going on at the time? When you understand that, then you understand what the books of Chronicles are all about. Books of Chronicles are written by a priest or a scribe after the exile, way after the events described in the book. The Israelites, or the Jews, had been defeated by the Babylonians and sent into exile. Eventually, they were allowed to return to their own land and rebuild the temple. And the questions that all the people were asking was, who are we? What are we doing here? Why are we doing these rituals in this temple? We were promised that after the exile things would be perfect, and clearly they're not. The foreigners are still ruling over us. We have this temple that's small and useless compared to the old one. We're back in the land, but things are still pretty terrible. What's going on? Why aren't things right? So the first question, who are we? The writer of Chronicles answers the question, we are God's covenant people. This is why we've got these long lists of genealogy linking these people who are living in these land all the way back to Adam and Eve, through Abraham, the one who God first gave the covenant to, through Moses and the giving of the law, through King David, all the way back. They're trying to show you, you are still the covenant people of God. Second, why are the foreigners still ruling over us? Why is it we're still not in charge of ourselves? We're back in the land, but it feels like we're still in exile. The Book of Chronicles gives the answer because we still need the king. We still need the ideal Davidic king, the good king, to come and rule us. And to do this, he describes the perfect King David. Compare the David in Samuel and Kings to the David in Chronicles. I'm King David, the perfect king who always does what is right and just. Oh, look, there's a naked woman over there. I think I'll go and sleep with her and then kill her husband to get away with it. I never do anything wrong and will plan the building of the temple because I'm such a godly man. What, one of my sons is rebelling and I'm going to have to flee my own capital city while one of my sons publicly sleeps with all my wives and concubines? I rule over an uninterrupted kingdom of peace and prosperity. What, one of my sons has just raped one of my daughters and now one of my other sons wants to murder him in order to get revenge? I think I'll just ignore that and pretend I don't know it's happening. I am always just and perfect. You get the idea. Now, the writer of Chronicles is the first to tell us that there are other books you can go and read to find out more about the reign of King David. But he wants to make the point that if you want a free and good country, you need a king who follows God. Thirdly, Chronicles wants to get across the point that the ritual and the temple are important because they are God's people and God is holy. In one scene, they're bringing the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem, and the Ark begins to wobble as though it's going to fall, so a man puts his hand out to steady it, and because he has touched the Ark, he is struck down dead. Let's face it, this is not good, this is not great, this is pretty awful. But on the plus side, we do get a great scene from Indiana Jones out of it. And there we have it, the Book of 1 Chronicles. God bless, fellow followers.